This time, our story doesn't begin at the boy's auntie, uncle and fat cousin's house. No, it begins on a piece of land where only a gardener lives. The gardener realises that a light has been left on in the nearby house. When he goes to check it, he sees an ugly baby, the coward, and some black-clothed freak who keeps licking his lips. They are talking amongst themselves that they need the boy for something. The ugly baby notices the gardener and shouts,
"Green on you!"
and the gardener dies. The boy awakes.
Yes.
The SWAT has woken him up. They are staying at the Ginger family's house. They all go on a trip where a surprise awaits them. Some so-called handsome bloke who goes to their school and his dad joined them on the way. The surprise was an old boot, and a surprise it was. Everyone held on to each other and they teleported to the Flying Football World Cup.
I'll bet that cleared your sinuses, hey?
After the match, they were all celebrating, when all of a sudden, crash, bang, wallop! Outside were a few of the bad guys' team. They all ran away, but the boy gets lost, and in the panic he falls down. He doesn't die, but he just has a little snooze. When he awakes, he sees the black-clothed freak, who by magic creates a skull with a snake in its mouth in the sky. He hears voices and runs away. However, the voices belong to Ginger and the SWAT. In the chaos, lots of wizards appear and shout,
"Stupefy! Stop! That's my son!"
shouts the Ginger's father. One of them, some kind of official, informs them that the sign in the sky is the mark of the evil boss. Back at the school, the bearded headmaster informs the students that there will be some kind of tournament between 3 schools at their school this year. Each school will pick a representative who must be above 17. He says that the winner will win the big hot cup and be famous forever after. The successful candidate must complete 3 dangerous tasks. The 2 heads of the other schools come in. One is a female giant who is the headmistress of a girls' school. The other is a bearded Bulgarian who is headmaster of the school which one of the best players, but a bit thick academically, of flying football attends. The next day they have a lesson with Professor Big Eye, who teaches them illegal spells and demonstrates on a spider.
The first one is, do what I want. Second one, torturing. And the third one, green on you. And the spider dies.
The underage Ginger twins want to enter the tournament, but their magic beards don't work. At last the 3 candidates are announced. One is the football champ from Bulgaria, which fell in love with the SWAT. One is the beautiful French girl, who Ginger falls in love with. From our hero's school, it is the so-called handsome boy. But wait, the very hot cup spits out one more name. The boy, our hero, but everyone thinks he is a cheat and a fraud because he is underage. The truth is, he didn't put his own name into the cup. Only the SWAT stands by him. The contestants then do an interview with the annoying reporter from the local rag. She interviews the boy first. When the article is published, everything is false. He also falls in love with a girl at his school. One evening he talks with his godfather, whose face appears in the fireplace. He warns the boy to be careful and to be beware of the official who sent his own son to prison, and also the Bulgarian headmaster who was on the side of the evil boss. One evening the boy went with the half-giant to the forest. The giantess was also there. The giant showed him a dragon, which was something to do with the first task. The next day he shares this information with the so-called handsome guy. He then tells Ginger to get lost. When Blondie and his mates make fun of the boy, Professor Big Eye changes him into a ferret. But the professor with the bun has a go at him, so he quickly has to change Blondie back into a boy. Our hero then goes to Professor Big Eye's office, where the professor advises him to use his broom during the first task. The day of the first task arrives. The contestants need to get a golden egg from the dragon. First up is the so-called handsome boy, then the French girl, and then the thick Bulgarian. The boy goes last and is up against the most aggressive of the dragons. After a tough battle, he completes the task. Everyone makes friends with him again, even Ginger. And when he tries to open the golden egg, it makes strange screeching noises. He doesn't know what to do with it, and when he puts it underwater and opens it, it sings. At last the SWAT works it out. The second task will be in the school lake. The mer people have stolen something important from him, and he has just 1 hour to find it. But how will he hold his breath for 1 hour? The next day is the day of the second task. Ginger, SWAT, and the boy's almost girlfriend have disappeared.
What?
And the boy still doesn't know how to stay under the water for so long. Luckily, the dopey one saved the day,
Drum-ta-da-da!
and he gave him a magic herb. And the test is starting. The boy swallows the herb and dives into the water. After a while, the boy found 4 people at the bottom of the lake. Ginger, the swot, and his almost girlfriend, and the younger sister of the French girl. The so-called handsome guy swims down and saves the boy's almost girlfriend. Then the Bulgarian thicko saves the swot. But where is the beautiful French girl? Who cares? The boy saves Ginger and the French girl's sister. Later that evening, the boy finds the body of the dead politician.
Body.
He then goes to the bearded headmaster's study for a chat and finds out that the son of the dead politician is the black-clothed freak who was in his dreams. The day of the last task has arrived. The candidates have to find a really hot cup in the big maze. The beautiful French girl is attacked by the Bulgarian thicko because he was enchanted. The Bulgarian thicko then attacks the so-called handsome guy, but the so-called handsome guy beats him and kicks him. The boy stops him and they see the cup together. They run to the cup, but the so-called handsome guy falls down and the boy, as always, runs to the end alone. Or not. He comes back to help the so-called handsome guy, and they both grab the cup and teleport to the graveyard. All of a sudden, the boy's head starts to hurt.
I do have an aspirin!
Then the coward arrives, holding the weird baby in his arms. The so-called handsome guy says, "Who are you? What do you want?"
Kill despair.
Green on you.
And the so-called handsome guy dies. Then it was time for cooking with Wormtail. For more information, please see other recipes on YouTube. Same channel. The evil baby, who was now a man, came out of the cauldron. He created a new hand for the coward, and then he called all of the bad guys to the graveyard. He told them that he was now back in action, and his first job would be to destroy the boy. The boy and the boss had a fight, and their wands connected, and from the light appeared the so-called handsome guy, the gardener, and the boy's parents. The so-called handsome guy asked the boy to take his body back home, and the parents said that they would distract the evil boss. The boy ran, grabbed the so-called handsome guy, and the hot cup, and he teleported back to the school.
No!
Big Eye took the boy to his classroom and told him that he was drinking a special potion to look like Big Eye, but really he was the black-clothed freak and that he was going to kill him. Then the bearded headmaster, Greasy, and the professor with the bun arrived. Big Eye changed back into the freak, and from the trunk, the real Big Eye emerged.
Hello!
The phantom in the back cloak sucked out the freak's brain. The French and the Bulgarian schools went home, and the boy won the cup and gave the money to the Ginger twins. The end.